All right. So, I guess we're going to kick this shit off. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm here with Joseph today. You want to say hey, Joseph?
Hello.
So the audience wants to know, and I want to know, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing. Fuck. I'm wearing gym shorts and a pink t shirt.
Dude, I'm wearing gym shorts and a gray t-shirt.
One of us is better than
Hot,
the other.
hot, hot damn. So what's been going on, man? I haven't talked to you in like, well, I mean, we've talked, but I haven't caught up with you in like a month.
A whole lot of nothing. I got my
Yeah.
license.
Licensed driver,
I, I,
baby.
I got my license from a fluke. I didn't have to take a test.
Did you actually get the license in the
Yes,
mail, like the
yeah, yes,
physical?
I have a Georgia driver's Class C license.
What did they use for a picture? You weren't there
They
to.
they
Did you get to
they
upload your own?
they used
You could
they used my picture of my learner's permit, which by the way, it doesn't
have.
look like me anymore.
I really wish they would have like let you upload your own image.
I
And
would have.
your fucking driver's license picture is just fucking Peter Griffin.
That would be amazing.
Dude, honestly, we should do it. We should write to Governor Kemp. He's fucking everything up anyway. what's
Let me
what's
get my
one more thing
driver's
gonna?
license picture to be Brian. No, Peter Griffin or Brian Griffin or dog Brian Griffin.
Gender dog. Ah, dude. I like that was thunder. Did you hear that?
I
That was
heard it through
crazy.
your mic. Oh, hey,
That's
I just heard it
crazy.
at my place. I mean,
Took a second. Took a second to come over. Yeah, I haven't been doing anything. The most exciting thing that's happened to me is probably getting my tattoo. But that was like super weird because
you have a
it was,
tattoo.
huh?
You have permanent ink on your body now.
Yeah, I know,
How
and
do you
it's
feel?
of fucking Dance Gavin Dance.
Fucking nerd. How do you feel?
I feel good. I really like it. The more like when he was doing it, like when he first started, I was really skeptical because I was like, "Fuck, do I really want this on my body for the rest of my life?" And then like the more he started doing it, the more I liked it.
Did you cry?
Um, I didn't cry, but he actually filmed the whole thing for his YouTube channel. Um,
Ooh,
yeah, it was
YouTube
pretty sick.
star Avery.
We're trying, man. We're getting that YouTube stardom.
I want to get a tattoo.
What do you want to get? Didn't you want like an
This-
octopus or something?
I don't want that to be my first tattoo, but whenever I'm built and have multiple tattoos, I just want a giant octopus that just sits on top of my pec. It's just
That's I'm really scared. I want to get bicep tattoos, but I'm really scared to get bicep tattoos because I feel like
we
if I get
should
them now,
we
when
should
my arms are all weak and flabby, they're gonna look gross.
yeah, we should wait until we're both buff boys.
Yeah, we got to get built before we get bicep and basically the part of my arm that I got it on is probably the only part of my body that won't change from working out.
Or your forehead.
Well, you never worked out your forehead, dude? Could you fucking do that? Do you think you could work out your
No,
forehead?
there's no muscles there. Well, there are, but
You just
like,
raise your eyebrows?
imagine getting like an eyebrow piercing and just hanging a weight from it, and then raising your eyebrows over and over to work out your forehead.
Just to get more veins in your forehead, you want them you want
You
them to
gotta
pop
increase the
more.
blood flow.
Um, you know, I you know my dad, so you know he wasn't like ecstatic about me getting a tattoo, but like the more he sees it and like the more I talk about it and like I have to clean it daily and put lotion on it and stuff, and he'll watch it and stuff. So he's already asking me like what my next tattoo is gonna be. It's really weird because he was super against it before I got it, and now he's like really interested in what tattoos I'm gonna get.
I think your dad and my dad are similar in which they're entirely against anything new until they see it.
Yeah, I agree. I
Be-
think that's just how that generation is anyway.
because I keep up bringing, I keep bringing up like getting earrings or piercings or painting my nails or getting tattoos to my dad, and he's like, nope, he's not down with it at all.
Yeah, my dad's still not down with the whole earring thing.
I
I
don't
told
think
him I
my dad will ever be.
Yeah, I told him I wanted an earring, and he was like, "Please don't." And I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll just get a nose piercing." And he's like, "You're shitting me." I'm like, "No, Dad, I'm not gonna get a nose piercing. It's fine.
I think
At least not while I live with you."
yeah, that's my thing is I don't want to do any of this while I like live with my dad and have him flip out and
Yeah,
kick me out
well,
or think I'm
yeah. The
gay.
thing is, I like talked to my dad before I did it, so I just he kind of like approved it in a way. He
Uh,
said it's like my body, my money, whatever, that kind of thing.
The thing is like the way me and my dad have talked about me getting my ear pierced, he absolutely would not be having it. He would be furious. I don't think he would kick me out or anything, but he would definitely wouldn't be happy about it.
Yeah, I think my dad would be super pissed about it. I don't know why. I think it's just like he thinks it's like super gay. And I don't know where that comes from.
Well, that is what it used to be. Like,
Well, yeah, but if you had both ears pierced, was it still? I thought it was just the one ear.
I don't know. I wasn't alive,
I wasn't a part of that
nor do I know
jam.
much. Admittedly, I don't know much about gay history.
Gay culture. Yeah. I told him about our idea to we'll get the Timmy and Tommy tattooed if he'll get Tom Nook tattooed.
Oh,
And I told him
I think we should explain
I
that we were going to get Timmy, Tommy, and Tom Nook tattooed on us from Animal Crossing as tattoos for Timmy and Tommy, and then Avery's father would get Tom
is
Nook on
Tom.
his ass.
So uh I
Can we
ordered
just
that Animal Crossing shirt, right? And
before or after you told him?
uh, after. So I told him about it like like on a Saturday,
Right.
and I got this Animal Crossing shirt on like the next week sometime. And like he kind of just laughed at it and did like the dad thing like, "Oh, yeah, right." When I first told him about it. But then when I put the Animal Crossing shirt on, and he was like, "Is that thing you and Joey wanted me to get tattooed?" And I was like, "Yeah, Dad. Would you want to do it?" And he was like, "Well, what is it?" And I was like, "See, you're the guy in the middle, the little raccoon boy, and he's got two nephews that are also raccoons. So me and Joseph would get the tiny raccoons, and you get the big raccoon." He just didn't say anything. It was just kind of the end of that conversation. And then tonight, American Idol was on TV, and this girl has a neck tattoo. My dad was like, "Oh, well, if you want to get your neck tattooed, you'd better be able to like endure some pain." And I was like, "I don't want my fucking neck tattooed." Like,
I
what do
would.
you?
I'd only get my neck tattooed if my music career that I have not put any effort into took off.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like you can only do tattoos above the neck when you don't need a real job.
like ever again.
Yeah, or if you're just gonna go straight into like heating and air,
Well, I
or be
mean,
like a garbage man.
if we're being fair, I that is my plan.
Well, I
I
mean,
should
that's not a.
get a neck tattoo.
What would you get? Like a rose?
Oh, I want my Oliver Sykes? No, I I'd probably get like a trunk of a tree. That way, my head would be the leaf and branches, and my body would be my roots.
That's actually kind of dope, actually.
No, it's not.
Well, fuck you. I actually, I wanted to be.
You just got trapped.
I wanted to do this super basic thing and get that like shading of a forest on my arm. I think that would look cool.
Like a black tree.
Yeah.
And like have the shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, like the tall pine trees. I think that would look cool. I don't know. I think my mom realized that once I got one tattoo on my arm that I was definitely gonna get a sleeve.
That's
the
what
only thing
I want an entire sleeve.
Yeah, I think I want a sleeve on just one arm though. I don't think I want both arms. The only thing that scares me about sleeves is I feel like the elbow part will be pure agony.
It gets too hot during the summer.
Well, that and you don't realize how much you put your elbow on shit until you have a fucking open wound on it.
I don't think you heard what I said at all.
What did you say? Hold on. It gets too hot in the summer.
Yeah, it's why you don't like sleeves.
Oh, thought you were talking about elbows. My elbow gets pretty hot in the summer.
No. Speaking of places you don't realize you touched to things until you have an open wound on. I have an open wound on like the bottom side of my wrist. And that sounds like self-harm. It's not self-harm. I don't know. I got it at work.
Fucking cut myself?
No, I got it at work. And it's just like a tiny
Is it like a burn?
It's like a burn that got like rubbed open. But it fucking whenever like I try to like put my wrist on my desk to like for my keyboard or whatever, it sucks.
It's fucking painful.
I touch things like my pants or anything.
I realized when I got my tattoo that I cross my arms a lot, so I can't fucking do that.
What are you, Macho Man, fucking bouncer?
Macho Man Randy said, I think I'm just like my dad. My dad crosses his arms at all times.
I don't think I've ever seen your dad with his arms uncrossed.
I don't think I have either.
I was thinking about it yesterday. I've never seen Pat Good. I've never seen your father. I've never seen
Doesn't matter. I don't care.
I've never seen your father smile, but I've seen him laugh.
It's scary.
It's like
when that man, I've only seen him genuinely laugh a couple of times, and you're gonna laugh when you hear one of the times I've ever seen him like lose it laughing is Bert Kreischer's The Machine. He laughed his ass off at that, dude. Like, I've never seen my father laugh that hard when you heard a shirtless man talk about being in the Russian mafia. But he looks like he's crying. Like, he looks like he's.
I can imagine.
He looks like his most beloved family member was just shot in front of him, and he's trying to deal with it. That's what my dad looks like when he's laughing. It's kind of horrifying.
Oh my lord!
Are you still reeling from the fact that my father laughed at Bert Kreischer?
Yeah, a little bit. It's just the fact that I can see, because like I've only ever seen your father do a kind of laugh. I've never seen him like full on belly laugh, but I can
Oh
understand.
no, dude, he was losing
I
it,
can
man.
exactly understand what he looks like when you said he looks like he's grieving a loss of his closest family member.
Dude, it looks like he's in pain. Like he can't stand the fact that he's having like fun.
He probably can't.
I hate that I'm enjoying this man talk about being in the Russian mafia, but it's just so good.
It's so funny.
That special is hilarious. Definitely one of the top 10 comedy specials I've ever seen.
I've been watching a lot of comedy. Like,
Dude, same. I've been watching a whole lot of stand up. Did you watch Middleditch and Schwartz?
no, I didn't. I meant to. Like, I meant to do that actually,
Oh,
like today
dude.
this morning. I didn't.
Oh man, it's so good. They're so funny. Um I took like a bunch of improv classes like from theater in high school. Um we would go to like ThesCon, that little convention where we would take classes and stuff. And I took like most of the improv classes, but the improv there, like, it's high school improv, so it fucking sucks.
Right.
Um, but like watching people that are actually good at improv and able to come up with these characters, like it's literally just them two, and they come up with like 10 different characters and they keep track of them. It's so good, so funny.
This stuff is
I
so
really wish we
talented.
had like an improv club around here because I
That'd be,
just
or like just
enjoy
a
watching that
comedy
type of
club.
comedy.
A comedy club at all. Because,
Yeah, seriously.
well, we should open one.
Dude,
Because you know the comedians that we are.
yeah,
And all
we're fucking hilarious.
all the experience we have doing stand up and improv and such.
Yeah, exactly. And we can just call it the Goodrich Randall's experience, and Pat can be the bartender.
Oh my lord. Speaking of
I
comedy,
what?
speaking of comedy, I recently, I don't want to say discovered, but rediscovered Mitch Hedberg.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw me post on Twitter saying I wish I could talk like Mitch Hedberg. Have you ever watched any of his stuff?
No.
He has he has one joke that is absolutely golden, and every time he tells it the same way every time, so I know he means to say it this way. But he sounds like he is just gone off of any sort of drugs and alcohol he had in his within a 30-mile radius. But
That's fucking incredible.
the joke is I just bought a 3-bedroom house, but I think it's up to me how many bedrooms there are. This bedroom has an oven in it, and this bedroom people sit around and watch TV a lot. And all of his jokes are like that, and he never looks at the crowd, and I wish I could just operate on that level.
He never looks at the crowd?
Yeah, he just sits there and looks at the microphone.
Like he's shy?
Yeah, I mean, he's like the biggest comedian. All of his jokes are
Fucking
basically
crazy.
one-liners. Like he has one where it's, I used to do drugs, I still do, but I used to too.
Did you watch that Chris D'Elia stand up, the new one?
No, I saw that too, and I wanted to watch it.
Dude, Chris D'Elia is one of those guys that like um he like hasn't he's never done like drugs or he doesn't drink. Like it's weird to see like a comedian that's kind of straight edge like that but still be
Right.
just as funny. Like I have so much respect for that dude. I'm not saying that like drugs and alcohol make you funnier, but like that's like a that's like holding your hand into funny experiences, like
Right.
most of your funny
It is
stories
like
come from when you're fucked up.
stories
But that dude,
happen when you're doing things that you shouldn't be. That's just how it
yeah,
is.
exactly. But Chris D'Elia is just genuinely like a hilarious fucking dude.
There's I want to do stand up, but you've seen how I am in front of crowds.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could.
Stand up's hard, but I feel like one thing that I kind of learned from acting is that no one's really judging you that hard. You know, like they're just watching you to see what you can do. So
Right,
like,
they're looking at the spectacle that is.
right.
So if you crash
Yeah,
and burn in a
so
blaze of glory, people are still gonna enjoy it just because of
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
the.
Um but like if you yeah, exactly. If you can win the crowd over, they'll I mean, you're golden. If you do it in a good or a bad way, just as long as you can capture the crowd to like you and be attentive to what you're saying, you're fucking golden.
It's like the word I from somebody who is not in the entertainment industry in any sort. The worst thing you can do in entertainment is be mediocre. Just because
Yeah,
it's like you can be awful, and people will love you because you're awful. And
that's
that
that's
happens.
kind of how I feel about like Amy Schumer. Like I feel like I've never met anyone that likes her, you know? And I think
I
that's
can
because she's not so bad that she isn't funny. It's just that all of her jokes are so like mid tier that nobody likes her.
I can understand why people would like her. I can definitely
I get yeah.
understand. I can definitely understand why a TV audience would like Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
I don't really understand how she got a show.
Me either, dude. Do you know she like steals jokes and stuff too?
she
Like
doesn't. She doesn't steal jokes.
her writers, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like because if you think about it, none of there are of course coincidences and similarity jokes in her stand-up, but those are few and far between. In her show,
Hmm.
they have to make one every week, and the writers aren't comedians. Writers are writers,
Yeah.
so they have to. If they aren't just sitting in a bar or in a comedy club writing down everything people say, they don't have enough funny situations to put out a half-hour show every week of just
Yeah.
gut punch.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Like it's really hard to do fully original content.
That's why Key and Peele is astounding. Like,
Dude, well that's because like I think they did stuff in a time where everything was funny. Like you had so many opportunities to make fun of things.
right, like
Like it's ridiculous how because like they really didn't it's not like they had to go out and experience a lot of things. It's like the material was just set up for them.
right. It's just the things they knew what funny things were,
Yes,
and like
absolutely.
they and then it's like while I am on board with political correctness, this was they made their show started right before
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
huge wave of internet
That's kind of how I feel
social
about
justice.
like Filthy Frank and all of them. That like they existed in the perfect time and now that like, you know, iDubbbz and like H3H3 are still going, they're like losing traction because of that.
Right.
Like Filthy Frank did it and then got out and now he's even more popular than he was on YouTube. Like I probably saw him as like the king of content on YouTube until he quit because I don't think there was anyone's videos I was looking forward to as much as his.
Because it was always funny. It was
Yeah.
he was like it was like so close to like lol xd random banana pants humor, but it wasn't quite.
I
And
think
it was
I
absolutely
think the
hilarious.
way to describe him would probably be if Eric Andre was like an internet memer. Like if Eric Andre was fully engulfed in meme culture. Like that's kind of how
Right.
Filthy Frank operated.
Just like diverting expectation wherever they can. It's
Yeah, and like the public pranks, knowing what will set people off.
it's
I saw
one.
fucking
There's Well, I do think Filthy Frank is funny. I cannot believe that George Miller really went up to random women in the library and just telling them that he ate ass over and over.
yeah.
The that is
Or like
fucking
had
insane.
he like
It's
he would
hilarious.
like get his giant friends to like throw shit at him. Like you remember that one thing where he was like dressed as like a frog in the middle of a busy street and his giant friend just came and like hit him with a fucking trash can.
It's
Like
and they just did this in public.
yeah, it's actually something I want to talk about. I saw this tweet the other day. It kind of ticked me off. Like I'm normally all for like you said, I'm on board with like political correctness and stuff, and I tend to follow that kind of stuff. But I saw this thing. This guy did a TikTok, um, and it's this like. First of all, if you didn't know, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so this occurred during said pandemic. So he's like wearing a mask and he's on like a busy New York subway, right, with this huge
I know
like
what you're talking about. But
container of cereal, and he just gets up and acts like he's tripping, and then he like spills the cereal all in this subway, and the people are like what the like they're no one's laughing, no one's having like when I feel like when Eric Andre would do I guess I should explain the caption said Eric Andre ruined a whole generation of men, and that kind of ticked me off because when Eric Andre would do stuff, you know, some someone in all of his like pranks and stunts would catch on, you know?
right.
Or there had to be, he would do pranks in the same area. So obviously someone knew like, okay, that's Eric Andre and he's going to play a prank. Like of course he got genuine reaction from some people, but
Right. Like
if you're just some random asshole making a TikTok, no one's gonna think you're funny. And you're in the middle of a pandemic where these essential workers are using this subway to go to work. They're probably tired. They're worried about their home life because everyone is, you know,
you
and you're gonna
just spill
fucking
a whole
play a
bunch of cereal.
prank for likes on the internet in the middle. Like it has nothing to do with Eric Andre. It's just this this guy's being a total dick.
Because I think where people lose it is where they aren't self-aware of how much they're being an asshole. Like, because
Right.
obviously he knows he's being an asshole, spilling a whole bunch of fucking cereal and milk all over the
Yeah.
subway train car, which
In the middle of a pandemic.
in the middle of a pandemic, and I'm not gonna lie, I laughed at it just because of how fucking absurd it was.
Yeah,
That
well, because you don't know what else to do. Because if you were in that, like, if I was on that subway train, I'd be fucking pissed.
I'd be pissed, but I think I'd be still laughing because I I can find humor and shit and still be absolutely abhorrently angry.
Yeah, I get
At,
what you mean because you're laughing because you're thinking,
like holy
how out
shit,
of touch
how the
is this fucking
fuck
kid?
this dude's
Like,
insane.
yeah,
But
this kid is genuinely stupid.
but it's like if I were to be on the same train car and Eric Andre comes in a two-person horse costume and is dropping cake.
Yeah, see, that's
Not during a pandemic,
and
and
that's funny.
far less messy, easy to pick up. You can pick it up in 3 or 4 handfuls. No liquid involved.
Right.
I would just be
And
laughing at the absurdity of it.
well, that's funny. This kid was just in normal
He's also wearing
clothes.
a birthday hat in that skit.
Yeah. Like what were you thinking, man? Like Eric Andre when he did his cereal skit, which this TikTok was obviously inspired by. Um, like when he did that, he was in like a wacky ass outfit, so people kind of knew what to expect. Like
This,
even before he said anything, people were looking at him weird.
he was already holding a bowl of cereal, and it was.
Exactly, and a giant. Didn't he have like a giant spoon?
I don't
Like,
think so. But
oh.
even funnier. Hold on, let me just look up a few images of this skit, and I'll let you know.
But yeah, it's just like Eric Andre didn't ruin a whole generation of men. Eric Andre creates good quality, hilarious content. But what he did, Eric Andre didn't do anything. What did happen is that these people see that other people like that and they think they can copy that without doing half the stuff that someone like Eric Andre would do. You know, Eric probably planned that. He has a whole crew. He's making a
Right,
fucking TV show, not just a TikTok. You know,
right. He has like a whole crew. People already know that something is
is
amok.
about to happen. Yeah,
Okay, I forgot that he had multiple Subway pranks. One of them, he is dressed as a centaur and is holding two cakes and falls asleep. And the other one, he's wearing a dog cone on his neck that's filled with milk and cereal.
yeah,
And he's also wearing a t-shirt that has Fruit Loops taped to it.
yeah. I remember that. So he doesn't have a spoon.
No, he don't, I don't think so. I don't see one.
Oh, but see, that's funny, and he wasn't messy.
Right.
Like he just poured the milk in his little dog cone. He didn't throw it all over the subway.
It didn't cause a catastrophe and ruin
But
everyone's day and time.
the thing that baffles me is the whole fact that you choose to do it now. You know?
Right.
Like it might be funny if things were normal. Like I would probably appreciate it so much, but those people that watched it happen were so visibly pissed off. Like they so totally weren't cool with it. You could tell. I think even some of them looked back at the camera and were like pissed they were being filmed. Like, dude, these people are just trying to go to work and you just ruined their day. Now they have milk all over their shoes because you wanted to get likes on TikTok.
God. What?
Dude,
I just.
fucking pisses me off.
People suck. Sometimes people suck.
Yeah. Do you have you gotten a TikTok yet?
Have I got, like, downloaded the app and.
Mm-hmm.
No. Uh,
It's actually
I've had you and other people we know and a few of my coworkers are really pressuring me to get into it. And I really do want to. I'm literally just too lazy to type in an email and password. I
I understand that. I think you can log in. I think it's connected to something. I don't know, but it's TikTok is probably one of the most confusing apps I've ever come across because it not only is it like Vine, but it's also like its own monster because there's so many. I feel like we've actually passed the age because it used to be like a trend, like, oh, let's laugh at these cringy TikToks because blah blah blah. I feel like we've moved past that, and no matter what you see on the platform, some form of effort went into it, you know?
right.
Like back when it first started, people would laugh because like the lip syncs were off and people look dumb while they're dancing, but now
Pointing at
almost
your
every
dying
video I see on
grandfather.
TikTok has like not production quality, but like
Thought.
thought and effort. Yeah.
Like, just.
Like
Having.
Austin's a good example.
Yeah, it's like also. I've seen a few of his TikToks, they're good. And he at least thought about them.
Yeah.
Like a couple of them have
Like
made me laugh
even
that I've
even
seen.
if the joke doesn't land for me personally, I can still appreciate the fact that
He made
he
a
obviously
he
took time.
he
Yeah.
made a joke.
Yeah,
It was.
exactly.
It's not just TikTok is the joke. It's TikTok holds jokes now.
Yeah. It's a very, very interesting form of media. Um it's really it's one of I think it's one of the coolest social medias I've ever been a part of
I think.
because there's just so many there's such variety, man. There's the like
Yeah,
comedians and musicians. Dude, I love watching TikTok musicians, man.
and there's still the classic TikTok cringe lip sync dance video. So
But
you
even
sit.
those, I feel like even those have production quality and like
Yeah, sometimes just speed them up.
well like but like they know that people are I they know that people are watching them to cringe, but sometimes it like elevates past that um to where they kind of adopt that and get even more followers because they can accept that they are cringe. And then it becomes a whole different kind of comedy and it's even better.
I don't think I want to call self-aware cringe posting a comedy.
It is.
I'm.
No matter it's comedy.
It is
It's not
comedy, but
for everyone.
it. I feel like that is a weird hole to go down. To
Yeah.
for yeah, I'm gonna post things that make people upset at me so they laugh.
Well, I don't think upset is the word. I just think
Like,
that
people look at
you're
it and
fucking
go,
way.
like, why would anyone like this? Why would anyone post this? But then,
Well, a good example would be Ricky Berwick. You know.
well, the thing is like, Ricky Berwick isn't self-aware cringe. Ricky Berwick is self-aware, very disabled. Not even being
Mm,
mean, he is literally very disabled, and he knows it,
yeah.
and he uses that as his comedic crutch.
Yeah. So I feel like
I don't
people
want to
can
call it a
use
crutch because he's
because
funny, but
like
sorry, I didn't mean to
yeah.
talk over you.
That fucking I'm changing subjects here, but I found out that the Callous Dow Boys, that band I sent you the other week, um
the the band with the best name
fucking best name
ever.
ever, dude. They're from like uh not only are they from Atlanta, some of them are literally from Forsyth.
For
Like, that's fucking crazy.
the Forsyth Callus Dow Boys football team.
They're actually a really good band. They're like three or four girls in that band.
Well,
I
that's
love
not very Dow
bands with
Boy of them.
females.
I
It's not very... The Callous Dow people.
the Callus Dow folk.
All right, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been holding this for a while. We've kind of talked about it, but not really. You want to talk about Afterburner?
I like it.
And that's it. We're done.
Well,
Pack it up, boys.
I don't really have much else
Yeah.
to say about it. It's
I'm gonna pull it up on my Spotify just because I kind of want to go over my favorite tracks. How'd you feel about Calamento Global? Did you like it? The Spanish song.
I I have a really weird time trying to like that song because it
I
is a
get
very
that.
good song,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
The funny thing is that I feel that John's part is so good.
it is.
Ridiculous. It's one of my favorite. I think it's one of my favorite John parts ever. Um, but I don't know. I like Tillian. Of course, I like Tillian's voice, but I don't know if the Spanish is for him, man. It's I think it's definitely
The weird accent, like
Yeah.
obviously spoken by somebody who lives
That's the thing. I feel like it would be so much better if he weren't so obviously not Hispanic.
like as the thing is, it's
Like
gonna sound
it's
really bad if he turns out, yeah, like is Hispanic, like it was like a white Latino.
Latino. He's an illegal alien. His name's Tellin. He can't be
His
from here.
name's His name is Tillman
His name's
Pearson. He is an
Tillian Pearson.
illegal Mexican immigrant, Tillian Pearson.
Um, I gotta ask, what's your favorite track?
Parody catharsis.
Good take. I think mine's probably One in a Million.
I really like
Uh,
One in a Million was really a contender. The first listen through I had, just
mhm.
because of Tillian's cheer routine into a hallelujah.
Oh God, dude, that Hallelujah is so fucking beautiful. Like it's so high.
I just love that it is preceded by a literal cheer routine down to the rhythm, the lyrical content. It's
Hmm.
it's so.
I think Parallels is another favorite for me. Uh, just because John takes the chorus. I really like when John has the chorus. How'd you feel about the Bill Murray track?
It's that's actually probably my favorite.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's a tie between that and parody and catharsis. I Will Swan is the first. Where were you when Will Swan became the first person to put the N word in a post-hardcore song?
Oh God, and doesn't he like not rap live? Isn't that like a thing he does?
I
So I
don't
don't
know.
think. Oh, you've never seen them.
No, I've never seen him live. I've never even watched. I've watched like I watched the
10-year concert.
yeah, the 10 year, but really just the what's that song called? Oh my lord, it's on Death Star. It's
Uneasy Hearts.
yeah, Uneasy Hearts.
Yeah,
It's just
where all three of them are up there, and Johnny makes everyone very uncomfortable.
yeah, and
And fucking weirdo. I like Born to Fail because it's literally just a Johnny Craig diss.
I really like Born to Fail.
Say Hi is really good too. The whole album is really good. I think the only ones that I don't. God, really the only ones. The only one I don't like is Calamento Global. I mean, it's okay. I don't hate it,
I
but
think it's a good song. I just don't. I don't like it.
yeah, I think if it wasn't a Dance Gavin Dance song, I would probably like it.
Staying on music, but straying from Dance Gavin Dance. What else? What else have you been listening to? I'm hijacking your
I'll
podcast.
actually, I'll
I'm
actually,
asking
go,
questions now.
I'll actually go through my like songs. Have you listened to the new Harry Styles album?
No, I have not listened to the new Harry Styles album.
You laugh
I didn't mean to say that. Like,
in that
okay, yeah,
way,
I didn't mean to say that in a condescending way because I do like Harry Styles, but I
dude. I've been listening to that on repeat. Um, really like that one. The new Strokes album, super good. Um, I can go here. Let me go look at my top artists. I've been listening to a lot of Amity Affliction. I really like them. And Neck Deep. God, I started listening to Neck Deep again. They're so fucking good.
it's not you do pop punk. It's sick. That's why
Story so far.
when you posted that stats for Spotify thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked at my top artists for the last 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very weird list.
Is it who's your number one?
Dance Gavin Dance because
Yeah,
album came out.
Afterburner.
Afterburn came out. After that, number I'll give you the 1 through 9. Dance Gavin
Okay.
Dance, City Morgue,
Okay.
Surf Curse,
I'm
Los
liking it.
Tigrillos. Now, if do you know what Los Tigrillos is?
No.
They are. I don't know if it's actually like Mexican folk music. It's what you hear in Mexican restaurants.
Okay.
It is that kind of music, and I love listening to it while I work because it makes work more fun.
Fair.
After that, it's In Flames, then They Might Be Giants, then Royal Coda, A Day to Remember, and then Future. Because
Nice. I haven't listened to the new Future album
Future
yet.
new Future album is I really like it.
I'm a bad fan.
I don't have a favorite song, but I do really like it.
I completely forgot to mention that I found out what 100 gex is. I've been listening to a shit ton of
Is
100
it
gex.
just a square of 10 by 10 gex?
Oh, dude. Do you like gex?
How many?
100 of them? Or their
I
album?
I have never listened.
1,000?
I have. Their album was
1,000 gex?
1,000 gex.
Yeah, their album's called 1,000 gex.
I have not listened to 100 gex.
Really?
I don't even know what kind of music they make, to be honest.
It's like experimental rap, but they have they have like the chipmunk filter on. And
Uh-huh.
one of them is named fuck. I think I forgot her name. She's trans. Her name's I think Laura. I gotta look him up. Hold on. Dylan Brady and Laura Less, and Laura is a trans girl, and it just says experimental music duo, but they kind of rap and uh, they got some electronic in there. They have a song, a remix with Charlie XCX. It's really good. Her new album came out. I haven't listened to it. I need to do that.
You're really off your game. Are they both like 50 gex, or are the gex split up amongst them unevenly?
One of them's 50 gex, and the other one's the other 50 gex.
Is that confirmed, or is like one of them like 76
I
gex
honestly
and the other
don't
one's
even
24?
know. I don't even know what the geck means. Okay, let me read you off your genre or the genres for him because you're gonna hate it. Number one is experimental. Two is electronica, then pop, then hip hop, then rock, and finally nightcore.
Huh. I think my
So
favorite genre is experimental because that doesn't give me anything. That there is zero
ye-
information in saying that the music they make is experimental.
yeah, exactly. You could be talking about fucking
Anything.
daughters or fucking Danny Brown.
I just looked at my stats for Spotify thing again, and I looked at my top tracks for the last 4 weeks.
Oh, I need to do that.
Not surprisingly, um, spots 2 through 14 are taken by
Dance
Afterburner.
Gavin Dance.
Yeah, Afterburner
Okay.
songs. Not 2 through 14. Anyway, but number one is not. I don't know why I have rediscovered this song and fallen in love with it, but
Mm-hmm.
Savior by Rise Against.
Did you play Guitar Hero or something?
No, I just forgot about it. It came in my Spotify daily mix, and I just
Mm.
listened to it on repeat for like an entire day on work because I have to be somehow neurodivergent because I don't think normal human beings can do that. That is
Yeah.
a 5 hour shift of just it killed me not to know this.
My number one track in the last 4 weeks is Money Machine by 100 Gex. And then Afterburner, all of Afterburner.
The
And
album
then
1000
Breaking Your
X.
Face by Stitches. Now what you gonna do with it? Oh, fuck.
Breaking Your Face. Don't do it. Oh no.
I've also been
Sell
listening
it.
to the Gucci Gang cover that Drake Bell did a lot too.
Jesus, dude. Are you okay?
I also have been listening to I Wrestled a Bear Once a lot again. Number 14 is You Know That Ain't Them Dogs Real Boys.
Is it you know the wait, what?
That's the name of the song. You Know That Ain't Them Dogs Real Boys.
By who?
By I Wrestled a Bear Once.
Oh. Yeah, I only listen to good music, sorry.
Fuck you. I like I Wrestled a Bear Once. I like their song Boat Paddle. It's a really good song. To me. Ashley by Escape the Fate is number 20? When did I listen to Ashley by Escape the Fate more than once?
I don't know why anyone's ever listened to Escape the Fate.
Let's see. What is your number one top track of all time?
Top track of all time. I'm gonna guess Chucky. It's Chucky.
Oh, that's mine.
It's Chucky.
Nice, dude. We have the same one. I didn't even know that. What's your number two?
Easy Hearts. A lot of these are Dance Kevin Dance.
My number two is Rats by Ghost.
That's gotta be on here
Fucking-
somewhere.
Number six is
never-
Dance Macabre.
Never mind, there's no way it's on here. I just saw that.
I listened to a lot of fucking Ghost, dude, before that concert.
Why is
Holy
my
shit.
26 Shimmy Shimmy Ya by Old Dirty Bastard?
Shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yeah.
Give me the mic so I can take it off. That
Dude,
when
Post
did I
Malone is like-
listen? When did I listen to this song more than I listened to We Own the Night? What?
I don't even think We on the Nights. Oh, yeah, it is. It's number 8.
I don't-
Dude, this is really weird to me that Care is my number 3 of all time, and then Midnight Crusade, and then Son of Robot. But that makes no sense because I know I play that album from start to finish. So why is Son of Robot number 5?
I was really kind of expecting, because when I first got Spotify, the only thing I used it to listen to was
Artificial Selection.
no.
Oh.
Mothership. I used it to listen to Mothership while I was running, so I was really surprised that it wasn't just Mothership in order.
Yeah.
However, I do think all of Mothership is on it. It is.
I think all of Mothership's on it too, except I don't listen to Petting Zoo Justice enough. Headhunter's on there. Summertime Gladness is number 7. I've listened to Summertime Gladness more than I have Uneasy Hearts. That's weird.
You fuckers were asking for this one as my number 15. That song is so fucking good and it's so short.
Oh, dude, my top tracks of the last 6 months. Just so I can be a little depressing. Number 1 is Prisoner, of course. Number 2 is Moby Dick by Jakey. I listen to that song a shit ton.
I'm gonna give you. I looked at my last 6 months. I'm gonna give you a couple of highlights just out of the top 20.
Okay.
My number 1 is Another Life by Motionless in White. I don't remember going through it.
That song's really fucking good, though.
But it's like that's a song that I only have ever listened to when I'm sad.
Okay,
About
fair. Yeah, dude. Now that I think about it, Motionless in White's like my number 6 most listened to artist right now, and none of their songs are even on here.
number number 4 is Lump by the Presidents of the United States of America.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That song kicks so much ass.
Hell yeah.
And number 6, Scott Pilgrim versus the World ruined an entire generation.
Hell yeah, boy. I'll give you some of my highlights from 1 to 20 of the last 6 months. I Need a Pack by Kill Bill the Rapper. It's a really fucking great song. Scotty Doesn't Know by Lustra. Number 13 is Mikasa by Veil of Maya. Really, dude, that song rips. Veil of Maya rips.
Yeah, it does.
Even though all their songs kind of sound the same, they kind of fucking rip.
I have to interrupt
Popular
you.
Monster.
I have to interrupt you because I just saw that my number 25 was The Distance by Cake.
Number 24 is Runaway by Aurora for me.
By the way, I know you've heard The Distance. Have you heard anything else from Cake?
No.
That is a kick-ass band.
Really?
And it is a very weird music.
Did you listen to the Code Orange album?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, well, yes. I really didn't.
You might like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I might.
It's like experimental. Fuck you. This podcast sucks. I quit. Wait, it's mine.
Hello, welcome back to the A-list with Joseph Randalls. Like
it's the second letter in my last name, so I thought it'd be a good idea just to fuck the R.
The R list.
The J list. Fucking jerk list. I'm ready for shit to open back up, man.
I can't wait for stuff to open back up.
I know, dude. You know what really baffles me is how bad I want to go to the mall. Like, I don't even want to buy anything. I just want to be in the mall again.
I want to smell the weird cleaning supply, the weird combination of cleaning supplies, weed, and children.
Yeah, and teenager musk.
Teenager musk from all the people working there.
Oh, dude.
And shopping there.
You can go look at the miserable people working at American Eagle and Finish Line. The people that work at American Eagle look like they fucking hate theirself.
Always, too. And, like, I always feel like I'm a burden trying to buy something.
Dude, exactly. Like, if you want to try on jeans at American Eagle, you have to go through this, like, self-hatred for asking them to unlock the door.
Because they don't even look like they're upset about it. They just look like they're disappointed that they're working at American Eagle.
Yeah,
Like they had forgotten about it until you asked them to do something.
It's so fucking. And then every time I go in there, no one is at the cash register ever. Yeah. No one is ever at the fucking cash. They're always folding clothes.
You have to go pick something up, sit and wait, and then like do like the weird like rubber neck over the rest of the register because.
And then when they see you, they're like,
oh.
And then they're like, "Do you have an American Eagle card?" And you're like,
"No."
Yeah, but I don't have the card. And they're like,
"Oh." Or you say no, and they're like, "Oh, do you want one?" And you're like, "I'm gonna spare you." And they're like, "I still need your email anyway." We don't print out receipts for some reason.
You know what the fucking worst. The two worst places for membership cards is FYE and Books A Million. They suck, dude. You have to pay for their membership, But Books a Million's a little bit better because they let you know up front and you have to pay for it. FYE, you have to find out that they're charging your credit card every month to be a member. And I go into that store pretty often because I buy like pops and like records and
They
stuff.
never let you know.
But it's like $35 fucking dollars. And I don't even think you save any money. I don't.
Why?
Fucking sucks. And then the funniest thing is, she was like, "Hey, do you want a backstage membership?" And I was like, "Yeah, what does it do?" She's like, "Oh, you get certain discounts sent to your email and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, this sounds pretty dope." And she looks at me and goes, "Hey, how often do you come here?" And I was like, "Oh, pretty often, you know. I think I'd save a little bit of money." And she was like, "Well, they're gonna charge your card, and they're not gonna tell you about it, but I'm gonna circle their number, and if you just call at them and yell that you didn't know that they were charging your card, they'll refund the money, and then they'll stop charging you, and you'll go to the basic membership." And I was like, "What the fuck? What?
That's a.
You're telling me I have to yell at someone?"
That doesn't sound illegal. For a membership, by the way, a requirement of this membership is to yell at people for not.
No,
telling
that's
you
just to get the free version of the membership.
But it's not. But it's basically.
You have to yell at them and tell them.
Home anyway.
Yeah, it's just stupid, dude. FY is such a good store too.
See,
I really
I
like.
was thinking that it's probably Avery's probably gonna say Kohl's because they give you Kohl's cash and you can't actually use it, so it's pointless.
Really? I've never used Kohl's Cash.
I haven't either.
How does it work?
I don't know.
It makes it seem like it's awesome.
Yeah,
Like, it makes it's like you got $35 in Kohl's Cash. You're like, oh shit, I can buy a lot with that.
You walk into Kohl's and you get immediately just bombarded by Kohl's Cash on signs,
The,
on
like,
their
deals.
radio, and I don't even know what it is.
I cannot tell.
My idea is that it's store credit, but I'm led to believe otherwise.
It's like a Hot Cash at Hot Topic.
I didn't even know that existed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go to Hot Topic. I went to.
I don't
I've been-
anymore. It's fucking pointless.
I've been to Hot Topic twice, and one of those was with you.
Dude, it sucks. It sucks so much, dude.
The only thing I found that was possibly useful was the Beetlejuice T-shirt.
That was a good shirt. They see some of their shirts are so good because you can tell like it wasn't designed for Hot Topic. Like it was like an independent company that gave it to Hot Topic. So they're well done and like inspired. But like the Hot Topic brand shirts are so fucking awful.
Fucking. Yeah, that was a good shirt, but I bought an extra large. I washed it one time, and now it's a medium.
Dude, every Hot Topic shirt is like that because they just assume you're a skinny emo white kid.
And I really wish I was. And this, because I really want to wear that shirt.
It's such a cool shirt.
I can't wear it anymore because my tits poke out. Speaking of t-shirts, my Ice Nine Kills t-shirt is just missing. And that is
Really?
so sad. I have no idea where it is.
I
Oh.
wear mine like all the fucking time.
The last time I remember wearing it, I was at somebody else's house, and I took it off, but I don't think I left it there because I don't think I would have walked home without a t-shirt without noticing.
What fucking show was that? A Day to Remember where we walked out without shirts on because we were so fucking sweaty?
Yeah, because of Knocked Loose.
Holy fuck, dude! Knocked Loose was so
Selling
good.
metalcore boy sweat.
Dude, Knocked Loose was fucking sick. They did a concert in Minecraft. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
It was fucking
Oh.
dope.
So you know how you sent me this snap memory of my head being too big to fit my graduation cap.
Yeah.
For the viewers at home, I have a ginormous noggin. I got a hat at work today. It doesn't go the whole way over my head, even when the back is undone.
What the?
I have just.
How is your head that fucking big?
It's because it doesn't look that big.
I was about to say your head doesn't even look big. It's
like, and I figured it out. It's because a combination of me being really fat, not really fat, pretty fat, and also having broad ass shoulders. Because my chest, I don't know if you noticed, is huge. So if I don't have a big head, I have a pinhead.
That's. I was just about to say your head is like totally proportionate to your body.
Yeah, but I'm just a huge human being with.
See, my head, I have a long head. My head's not wide. It's just fucking long.
Oh, dude, pictures of you when you're skinny
are so weird.
It's so weird just because, like, I was actually talking about this at work today because somebody asked me what Skinny Joseph looked like, and I said just me but skinnier. I have my face gets a little bit thinner, and then.
But your cheekbones are like really full, so like only the bottom half of your face gets skinnier.
Yeah, it's like I get like
your head turns into a guitar pick.
Yeah, I get like a pointed chin, and
yeah, you look like a me.
Again, I'm really attractive, but hey, but I was talking about it. I was like, my friend. Actually, I said your name because, yeah, you know the coworker. It's redhead anyway. But I was like, Avery, when he's me, he just gets long.
Dude, it's wild. People don't. Also, another thing, every picture of me when I'm skinny, I have short hair, and my forehead is fucking massive.
And also, when your hair is short, it goes up, so it adds even more directionality.
Yep, I look even longer. Someone fucking. I don't know if I should say her name. I don't know.
Yep.
Fuck it. Fucking Holly sent me a video of 2 years ago today of her in Mr. Daniel's class, and it's first of all it's skinny Avery, so I look like a fucking dork anyway.
I look even longer.
So I'm sitting in the desk. I go, okay, Holly, I'm gonna do a magic trick. And I just show the deck of cards, and it's the 7 of hearts, and I say, memorize that card. Immediately, I turn the deck around, look at the card, then start shuffling. And Holly goes, what, you just looked at it. Oh, it fucking made me laugh, dude. I don't even remember doing half of that shit.
My favorite, I love when people send me memories because, like,
I've gone through like 4 different personality changes.
The thing is, I've had a pretty consistent personality. But I don't remember what I'm like.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to ask me to describe my personality to you, I can't. I
don't think I could either.
I
couldn't describe yours or mine.
I had a girl I work with tell me, like a couple of days ago, Joseph, you seem like your personality is boring, but it's not. And I said, yeah, I agree. And you want to know why? It's because I don't have one.
What, she like just looks at you and expects you're fucking boring?
Well, I don't know how anyone would get that either. I have curly hair and fat and tall. I don't know how anyone can think I'm boring.
Oh, dude.
If it's anybody, it's curly-haired, fat, white, tall people that have stories.
The best personalities. I feel like tall people in general have... Well, dude, we have like the best setup. Like the fat friend's always the funniest, but also the tall friend is always like the most like I meant liked the most liked. So
We
we
have
have both of those.
yeah, it's like we
So
have.
not only are we the funniest people, but everyone fucking likes us.
I don't want to say everyone likes me, even though statistically speaking, I have only ever met one person that didn't like me.
I think same.
It's like,
I know a lot of people that like don't that aren't interested in me, but I wouldn't say they
yeah,
don't like me.
I I can only name one person that I for sure know doesn't like me. And it's weird because I've only ever talked to them once. And
Was it that?
huh?
I don't know if I want to go into it. I don't. We don't need to name names. It's fine.
We can go into it after. But
Yeah. Okay. Haha. Haha. Patreon exclusive. Haha. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck you.
sure. But it's like even people that I've had falling outs with, I know probably don't hate me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if me and another person don't fuck with each other, I think it's still mutual respect.
Yeah, it's like I know it's like should either of us want to go, hey, listen, I think we're both at fault, even if one of us is definitely the only one that's at fault.
Mhm.
It would be
It would just
yeah,
be cool.
yeah, that's friendship would spark right back up, and it's like I've had it happen a couple of times. But
Yeah.
it just I can't, because there are people that most people don't like, and I don't want to sound pretentious when I say I have no idea how you manage to do that.
What do you mean?
Be not liked by people.
Me?
No, anybody.
Or just in general?
In general.
Oh. Yeah, it's really hard.
It's like,
But then again, they're really unlikable people.
oh, for sure, but it's like, I've only ever met one person that I don't like. It's a different person than the one that doesn't like me.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
It's like, all you have to do is just not be a nuisance 24/7. You can be a
Not be a
nuisance
fucking asshole.
sometimes, and you can be an asshole sometimes. But if
Yeah.
you're enjoyable to be around 10% of the time,
Then you'll know that that's a quality that person has.
Yeah.
Like, you can deal with them because of that quality.
right, it's like, I'll hang out with anybody. Because
Right.
I know that there is no way that they can be an asshole for 24/7. It is against human
Absolutely.
nature to be an asshole for that long. Oh my lord.
One thing I was thinking about, I don't think we've, I was, other than, other than that one time in DC, I don't think we've ever gotten into a fight. Like,
I
to the
don't-
point to where we were both like, even then, even in DC, it wasn't to a point to where we were both like, fuck you, I never want to talk to you
Yeah,
again.
it wasn't.
It was literally, I told you not to do something and you did it, and then
And then
an altercation happened and it was solved.
an altercation happened. It was solved. I didn't understand the severity of it, and then I got
It
my
was
ass
honestly, it was no one's fault. It was just the miscommunication of both parties.
because you saw me. I was laughing. I thought
Yeah,
that you were. Cause you're a good actor. I thought.
well, and I'm also 98% of the time I'm fucking cool with everything.
Yeah. I was like, most of the time, whenever I do something that is a disservice to you, you just go, "Oh man."
Yeah, I just fucking take it.
Yeah. And I thought that we were doing theatrics for the other two people in the hotel room.
No, 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 no. I was very upset that morning. I don't even know. It's because that was the night that Sheldon thought there was a fish in the bed. And I didn't get any sleep.
He, I think that's the big thing. Is like I also woke you up like way too early because we never decided to set the clock, and so we had no idea what time it was.
I think that was the night you crawled on the floor and scared the shit out of us too.
I couldn't sleep.
So not only was it a sleepless night, you were also just pestering me.
Well, the other two people were awake. Austin Sheldon were both awake.
Yeah. I really wish I could be a fly on the wall during that whole thing. I want to experience that.
Dude, from the outside looking in, that's the thing, is that nobody ever in a situation like that would be an outsider. So,
you'd be a witness.
Not even a witness. You would be a part of it. Like, even in the stories where there's 4 people in a room and one person just watches, it's funnier because that one person was just watching something happen.
A mouth agape.
Yeah, it's so it's really hard to have like a fly on the wall.
I just have a fucking history of getting mad at field trips. Not at field trips, on field trips. Sorry.
Every time you have gotten into an altercation with one of the boys.
It was on a field trip.
And there's only been 2 of them.
Oh, fuck. I think back when I went to space camp in like 5th grade, I think I got into a fight with Oliver. Yeah, because, dude, I totally remember, because he was like making jokes or something while I was trying to go to sleep. And, like, halfway through the night, I just went, Oliver, shut the fuck up. And, like, you know how normally when I would say that, he would probably laugh?
Right.
I said it, I don't know what voice I said it in, but I obviously scared the shit out of him because he went, like, he was running, he was, like, claptrap level talking. And I said that, and he just fucking dead silence. And the whole room was kind of listening to him, too. And everyone went to sleep after. I don't know. I'm a different me on field trips, I guess. Fuck. God. Dude. And I didn't even know Austin that other time. God, I was such a dick.
If we're being fair.
I very well warned him.
Every time that it happened, you were trying to sleep.
And I warned him. I warned the whole room.
You warned him. You also warned me.
Yeah, I did.
You literally
because you were directly above me. Let me just recount for everyone that doesn't know. Our friend Austin, back in the 7th grade, it was the funny haha thing to get someone's brains, which
it's pretty much a sexual assault.
It involves them placing their nutsack as close to your forehead as possible, and it was a room, a bunk room, full of, God, how many
7
prepubescent teens? Like fucking 8, 7 or 8.
6.
And I only knew Joseph at the time. Like, I knew of I guess Hunter. I guess I knew Hunter. And I made it a fair warning that I did not want anyone to get my brains, or there would be consequences. And Austin, Long Boy, Slong Kong, Sloan, decided on a fateful night that he would get my brains. And it did not end well. I fucking launched this man from a bunk bed into a brick wall. And
his whole back was fucked up.
His entire back went like blood red.
Like there were
Like
scratches. It was.
I don't know how it happened, but he legit looked like he had not only an allergic reaction, but he'd also been clawed by a bear.
Like he was allergic
It
to
was-
the bear that scratched him.
Yeah, exactly. He's allergic to bear claws.
He,
I think there was even blood. Wasn't he bleeding?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I know I
either.
was
That
bleeding
so
at the
fucking
end of
long
our
ago.
application.
Dude, I felt so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. I felt so bad
You should
because he
have.
started crying.
I was just embarrassed. And
Why?
mostly because I had no idea that that was about to happen. Even though you dashed me, you literally asked me, "Do you want to fight?" And I said yes.
Oh, you're talking about the other thing. Okay.
No, I'm talking about me. Yeah, I said that's why I said I was bleeding at the end of our altercation.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Sorry.
You asked me, "Do you
Dude,
want
I
to
don't-
fight?" And I said yes.
Yes. I
And I
want to
was
know what went
unaware.
through your head.
I
What went through your head from the time I grabbed you to the time you were on the ground?
It
Was it just a solid "oh fuck" or
No,
like...
it was like a oh fuck into okay, now I have to muster up anger because I'm not gonna be able to deal with him while he's angry if I'm not. So I don't know. If
But
you
at that
remember,
point, you've already been defeated.
well, no, because like I don't know if you remember when you grabbed me. The first thing you did was you punched me, and I tried to use that.
Really?
Yeah, and
Did I punch you in the face?
you punched me in the face once. I don't know why
What?
that's. I don't know why.
I
that's,
thought I just beat the back of your head.
I don't know why that's worse to you than just punching me in the back of the head repeatedly. I don't know why that's worse to you.
A concussion you could deal with, but a broken nose? That's just a
No, you didn't
dick
like punch me
move.
dead on the face. It was like my you missed my jaw and like you punched me in like the side of the head.
Oh, like the side, like the neck area.
No, not like the neck area, but like you punched me in like the head because you're like way taller.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I was like 5'6". and you
Because
were
I was
6'4".
groggy. I was legit
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah, you punched me in the side of the head, and I tried to use that as
Fucking bonked you.
I tried to use that as like trying to get me angry, but then like the first thought after you hit me was I deserve that. So, so
I had this shit coming.
yeah, so it was like I couldn't get angry, and then I was like, okay, well I have to try to somehow deal with this.
Get
So
pissed
I
off
grabbed
and
you
then-
back and like tried to swing and missed, and that's when you threw me to the ground.
Just to recap, for no one knows listening to this what happened unless like it's the boys. But Joseph decided to wake me up early one morning on
That's all
a
that
field trip in Washington.
I,
I just realized we've been talking about this and no one knows what the fuck is going on.
my favorite is that there isn't much to talk about. I woke Avery up and we got into a fight over it.
I was so upset, dude. And it was all over. I shit you not, that whole entire altercation was over 5 minutes of sleep. Which, after I beat Joseph, I got. Like, Austin and Sheldon were, like, doctoring you because your lip was busted. And I just went back to sleep.
That same morning.
Holy fuck.
That same morning, Austin looked at me because I said because my hair was wet and it was cold outside and I didn't want that to happen. And I was like, I
Yeah,
should
it
blow
was
dry
so
my
fucking
hair.
cold.
I was like, I'm gonna blow dry my hair. He said, if you blow dry your hair, I'm beating the shit out of you again.
Oh, fuck. I don't know why I was so mad. I could have just been like, okay, man, knock it off, and you probably would have listened. Oh, shit.
You,
Didn't I tell you to stop or something? I don't fucking remember.
I don't know. I think I was also really tired because like I was dead set that it was time to wake up, even though I had no idea what time it was.
I think it was one of those things where like you were the first person to wake up at the sleepover, and then the other two woke up, and you were like, okay, it's time for all my friends.
The thing is like, it, all of it, even at a sleepover, it wouldn't be important that we all woke up, unless you were like my ride or something, and I had to be home. But it was important that we were all up, because we had an itinerary to follow.
Yeah.
And our teacher would have yelled at us.
But the thing is, it wasn't even like close to time. Like we all had time to take showers after it happened.
My favorite thing is literally none of the teachers asked what happened, even though we were talking about it all the entire day.
I think because they were trying to fix the seat that we broke. Well,
no, that's a few days before.
Oh.
But it was like...
Dude, I think about that seat so much. I'm sorry, that's really weird to talk about. But
okay.
It was meant to turn around, and we just could not figure it out.
Okay, so... Should explain...
Yeah, you can explain that one.
We were on our field trip to Washington, D.C. We were on a charter bus. And on the charter bus, there is one seat that is meant to turn around. For some reason.
It's like very obviously meant to turn around, too.
And because it's the only one that has like a circle under it. But
Yeah.
So,
and like if the bus would turn too sharply, our seat would literally fly out into the aisle.
Yeah, so we figured that out. So we went to actually turn it around so we could have the four boys all facing each other and talking. And we got it around 3/4 of the way turned around.
So the whole thing's at like a 45-degree angle.
And it's halfway out into the aisle. And
at this point, half of the back half of the bus is trying to figure it out with us.
Because if we don't figure it out, we're all getting in trouble.
Everyone's fucked.
And also, we don't want to be responsible for breaking the bus, because after we get it 40, like the 3 ways of the turnaround, it just stops.
It wasn't like
it didn't like okay,
it wasn't like a this is as far as it goes. It was like this seat was not meant to turn at all. You fucked it.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
It like got stuck, and like we were like. Our idea was like, okay, well, this is broken. We should just turn it around. And then we tried, and then it didn't turn that way either. Like, it was cemented in.
I don't remember how we fixed it.
We didn't.
No, we did. We got it back to its original position. And then we got out of the seat. And one of our teachers goes back to check like the bags and everything, and she hits the seat too hard, and it slams back into that 45-degree angle, to which she thinks she broke the seat.
I forgot that it literally spring-loaded back in.
Dude, it was and the funniest thing is that all of the bus was gone except us four that knew what was going on. Because they had already gone out because we like stayed behind to pick up trash or something. Oh fuck, dude.
Oh my lord.
Alright, I got an hour 30 on mine. What do you have?
Yeah, I got an hour 32. We're wrapping it up.
Alright. Yeah, I think that's good. Well, thanks, Joseph, for coming on and talking about some funny stuff and some classic stuff. I think this was a good podcast. I think we talked about a lot of cool stuff.
Some stories that we have zero context for until the end of them.
Context clues, they'll figure it out. But yeah, Joseph will probably be a reoccurring guest on here because it's
Yeah,
really
I'm
fun
very
to
important.
fucking. Yeah, he's fucking important, and it's really fucking fun to talk to him. Yeah, that wraps up this week's episode, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye bye.